What's happening, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Dan Stephen here for another reaction, and in this reaction we're actually going to be throwing it back to some Ricky Gervais show clips. We did loads last year.
I know, I don't know what happened. I don't know why I started doing it in the first place, and I don't know why we stopped.
I think we did we not do like Ricky Gervais?
Was on it?
I think we did one Ricky Gervais thing, and then people said just doing this.
Do you think?
And I said, yeah, I've never watched this show. I watched it clips with us, like doing reactions and shit. I never actually sat down and actually watched this show, which you were surprised by a bit.
Yeah, it's class show. So what it is they used to do, I think it was called Axe FM. They used to do a radio show, all three of them, and just as you would like Radio 1 or whatever. And then they had their own podcast.
And they're like one of the first ones, weren't they? Yeah.
But then they just took clips off the podcast and made a wee cartoon about it. So everything they're talking about is, I don't think they've like made, like the episode's like a half an hour long, but I don't think they sat down and recorded a half an hour episode. They've just taken clips off the radio show or off the actual podcast that they created. You know, like I think Joe Rogan does the same thing.
Joe Rogan Tunes or something. Yeah.
It's like that.
So this one is Carl introduces his diary. So this is going to be funny.
It was full of old people, really. I mean, that's probably why it's called Gran Canaria, right? Because it's just
grannies
old people.
everywhere.
Yeah, right. But what I thought I'd start doing is start a diary.
Okay, why?
Just because I sort of had a bit of time on my hands and that. Just thought, write it down, write stuff down.
And do you hope that this one day will become one of the great literary documents like Samuel Pepys' diary?
I haven't heard of that. Is it any good?
You've never heard of Samuel Pepys' diary?
No,
the most famous
I
diary.
haven't heard as well.
I've heard of Anne Frank's and that, and I thought if she's sat in a loft, knocking stuff up, not much going on in her life at that point, yet she was still writing it down.
Yeah, whereas you've been to Gran Canaria, yeah.
I thought, so there is stuff going on that I have to check out. Start a diary.
Sure.
You started a diary?
Yeah.
And what are you going to do? Did you keep it up every day?
Yeah, just...
oh, can I read it, please?
Well, a diary is meant to be sort of...
Please, can I read some out on this podcast? Carl...
Some of it, though, is only relevant to me. It's sort of...
Oh, this is... Please, give me it. Oh, my God.
I mean, this isn't... I haven't just...
Look how big it is!
It's one of those desk diaries.
It's huge. It's about a foot long. And it's... Oh, that is amazing. Imagine if Anne Frank had been like that. As she got out... Right. Down on the desk.
Yeah, but your writing's quite big, isn't it?
Do you know that?
Joined that writing. Have you heard about
that? You can't read it, can you? So it's best to...
Okay.
Look at
Sorry.
Imagine Anne Frank just outside, boom, fuck.
Oh, so I had to pause. I'm not even listening to it.
Oh my God! It starts on the first day. This is wonderful. Going on holiday to Gran Canaria today. Woke up to the news that Tony Banks had died. There was a piece on the news about how everyone was shocked. Got me thinking about an invention that would be good. Right, a watch that counted down your life. If it says you've got 3 days left, go to the doctors. Told Suzanne about invention. She said she wouldn't buy one. But she said that about the iPod.
How would this device work? This watch. I mean, how would you know when you were about to die? Is that a concern? Again, not for you to worry about. Presumably the boffins and
no. All I was thinking is that Tony Banks fella. You know, he died and everyone was shocked about it. But if you had like a little watch on.
But how does it work? You can't just say, "Wouldn't it be good?" How would this work? Yeah. I imagine you in the patent office going, got an idea. They go, "Oh, certainly, Mr. Pilkington. What's your idea? Watch that counting down your life. Oh, how does that work?"
Just wear it, just pop it on your wrist.
No, what do you mean, just pop it on your wrist? How does it work, just pop it on your wrist? Brilliant. You're an idiot.
Well, it's interesting that it was on. The flight to Gran Canaria was a bit bumpy. I thought about the clock that counts down your life again, and I wondered if it would know if you were going to die in a disaster. Now, he's querying his own design.
He's wondering if he would know. He's invented this.
And now he's not even sure. A fella on the plane was reading Koi Mag. It was a fishing magazine. I glanced over and noticed he was reading the Pond of the Month article. Don't think they could make it into a weekly magazine. Well, to be fair to you, because I remember seeing a guy on the train once reading Carp Monthly, a magazine dedicated entirely to carp. and it had carp of the month. And I just thought, once you're like 3 months in, the editor must be stressing if we've got any more carp.
I reckon if they used the same one twice, there wouldn't be many
No one
complaints.
would be noticing.
No, that's the carp they used 2 years ago.
There was a weird on the plane. He was playing on his PSP. While I waited to go to the toilet, I looked at what game he was playing. It was darts. He's that fat and lazy, he can't even face playing a more active game on a games console.
Do you play darts? Is there a game for
Oh,
darts?
Me and Suzanne got off the coach along with a couple of old people. One of them was in a wheelchair. I don't think it was wise of them to come to a volcanic island with a wheelchair. Everywhere's pretty rough paving and slopey. Guess I'll keep an eye on it as the weeks go on. Day 2 in Gran Canaria.
Brilliant. We're only at day 2.
The hotel's a bit odd. I've never seen as many cross-eyed people in one location.
That's enough, isn't it?
That's amazing.
Well, you may as well
Right.
let me read on a bit more.
No,
okay?
this is amazing.
We'll come back to
This
it
is a
later,
brilliant diary. This might be the best diary ever written. Oh.
While sat listening to the Kinks on my iPod, I wondered if everybody thinks in their accent. I know I do. What's
though. Just that. When I've been sat there lying on the lounger, right, and I was thinking about stuff.
How do you know you think in your accent? Tell me a typical thought.
Because what I mean is, say if I was like, if I saw something, right? Do you know how I say like, oh, that's a bit weird, isn't it?
No, but
that was
I don't
being
have
said.
to. But when you think, I don't think the sentence is like I'm saying it. It's just a thought. The thought appears. It's conceptual and it's already there. It's not like I go, Rick, what? Just looking at that fellow over there, were you? Yeah, I was. Yeah. I was thinking it looks a bit weird. So was I. I don't think out whole sentences.
Whereas you have Carl, stop listening to the Kinks for a minute. Look over there. More cross-eyed people.
No, well that's
Is that how
kind
your
of-
mind works?
In a way, yeah. And
Brilliant.
that's when because
That
I thought
explains a lot.
It's great that he has to think of that whole sentences.
because I thought that's weird, isn't it? Right, I didn't think that's weird, isn't it? And I thought I actually think in my accent. And then I thought, does Stephen Hawking, does he when he's doing his accent, is he? I don't know where he's from, so I don't know what his accent would be like.
I think he's from Kent or Cambridge or Oxford. Or
Right,
something.
so
So you think he might think in his
voice, in that
Yeah.
voice, box
computerised
thing.
voice?
Just wondered.
Had lunch inside today due to shite weather. Sat next to an old fella. Old men's ears and noses carry on growing as they get older. Suzanne noticed his fingers were fat too. Maybe they continue to grow. Suzanne didn't laugh when I said her arse had the same problem. Day 3, cloudy start to the day. Had pie and chips in a cafe. Had a bit of an argument with Suzanne because I thought it was daft that we were paying for food when we were on an all-inclusive holiday. Changed my mind when I saw they sold pie though. The cafe was called...
What's that mean?
What do you mean?
You pay for food on an all-inclusive?
Yeah.
I thought all-inclusive's all free.
But he's obviously went out.
Oh, right,
to
sorry,
the
that's
cafe.
stupid. Sorry.
You right, Carl?
Tattoos.
No, he was
The
stupid.
fellow who owned it didn't have any tattoos. But we never saw his wife.
What?
I don't know what he just said there.
Oh, brilliant.
Had a drink in a bar. Everyone sat and watched one of the local cats lick its bollocks.
This is the worst holiday ever.
It's the greatest holiday in the world. That's the entertainment in that town.
Went back to the hotel and had a sleep before tea. I love the fact you're moaning about old people, but you're just as bad.
You've done nothing so far.
He's done nothing, he's got a big hip. Woke up to news about ducks being badly treated. There was a really ugly one with bent legs.
I'm gonna die. Why does he write this down? Oh, God. Oh.
There was a fat bloke from Bolton who was in the pool as I write this. He's got a big tattoo on his back, but I can't work out what it is. ... He just got out of the pool and burped. Just felt like you had to keep us abreast of that.
Everything's in the diary. I've just seen it get to the point where you're going, breathed in,
Yeah.
breathed out again.
Kept his t-shirt on. If you're big and fat, is there more chance of you getting burnt because there's more of you on show? I asked Suzanne and she said she didn't know in that sort of not listening kind of way. I wanted to hang about to see if the fat bloke was going to get in the kayak, but Suzanne said we had to head back, slowing waiting to see if he's going to capsize. We go home today, so we got up early to get the last bit of cloud.
No, it's just that it wasn't. It's not that sunny all the time. I mean, I was sat in weather that if it was like that here, there's no way I'd be sat in the garden. But because you're on holiday, it's like, well, we got to sit in it. Put your coat on.
So you're going to continue to write this diary every single day?
It's amazing. Keep this diary up. It's amazing.
No, I will keep it up because what I find as well is I think earlier on before I went away, I think I did learn something, and because I wrote it down, I remembered it a bit better. So
What was that?
I just was thinking then, I forgot it now. But I remembered looking back at it and not having to read it all because I remembered the end of it before I read it, if you know what I mean.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my god, he is so fucking funny.
It's Ricky Gervais and Steve Merchant that really add to it. Like, 'cause
Oh, yeah.
they just
They
pull
push
him.
him- they
They
push
pull
him
him in all
as
these
well.
directions. Yeah, they're like,
And they're like, so, elaborate, please.
yeah.
But the one I love about him as well, he's so hot. He's so he's not ashamed of it. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people would click on like what they're saying is a bit stupid and kind of shy away for it. He
Yeah.
follows through. He goes for it. He's like, no, this is my chain of thought. We'll have stupid chain of thoughts, and we kind of realize like,
Yeah.
stop talking about this here. Where are you going with this here? And he's like, no, I'm happy and content with how I think about things.
But
and
sometimes he says something and he catches everyone else out, and you're like, you know what?
Yeah,
That's a
100%,
fucking
yeah.
really good point.
yeah, 100%.
You
Oh,
know?
that was
Well, he's
fucking
cracker.
amazing. Anyway, that was our reaction to what's it called again? It's the Ricky Gervais show.
Yes.
Carl introduces his diary. Cheers.
Hi everyone, thanks for watching the video. Please like, comment and subscribe. Just to let you know, we've got similar content available on the channel if you want to check it out.
We also do our own podcast called MC Podcasting, where we cover a range of topics from politics, sports, and even movies.
We basically just talk a lot of shit.
We argue a lot as well on it there, but all the links are below. We're on all major platforms, Spotify, iTunes, and is there any other?
That's the main ones, yeah.
Yeah, it's the main one.
Just check out the podcast, and if there's any sort of videos you want us to react to, drop us a comment on the YouTube videos, and we'll be sure to check it out.
Or if you want to make fun of us, then go ahead. We don't
Be
care.
nice.
Be nice.
In fairness, we don't really get that many comments.
No, don't.
Yeah.
Stop looking at me.
Okay.